let's go with the plan. So now from today, you'll have 2 sessions. Of course, you were having 2 sessions before also. Kani Roj chemistry start out in students Biko. So you can clarify your doubts, you can unmute and clarify after the Zoom meeting is over. Sorry, after recording is stopped, Zoom meeting Zoom meeting lone undi మీ doubts clarify చేయించుకోవచ్చు. So do not leave the Zoom meeting if the recording is stopped. యూట్యూబ్ స్టాప్ అయిపోతుంది కానీ జూమ్ మీటింగ్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది, మీరు మీ డౌట్స్ క్లారిఫై చేయించుకోవచ్చు, డైరెక్ట్ గా అడగచ్చు మీ డౌట్స్. ఆల్రైట్, యా, గుడ్. సో Naushik is here, Prem Charan, Gyaneshwar, Harshita, Divya. Hello everyone. So let's get started. If you're all ready, let's give a thumbs up here. Sadhana, Soumya, Sahasra, Akshita, Tejasri, Uday Charan, Lakshmi. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So let's all get started. I request Gayatri ma'am to take over the session.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Very good evening, students. So very nice to see you back for the mathematics session. All right. So you all have joined and I hope you all are ready with your notebook, your pen, and if necessary, your textbook also, isn't it? Right. So we are continuing with triangle session of what we did yesterday. All right. Yes. So the sums, we'll just continue with the sums. Here goes. Triangle PQR is an equilateral triangle. So S is the midpoint of QR. All right, then triangle PSR is dash. So I will just quickly draw and show you because this is easily you can understand this. Yeah. Right. So see the sum. Okay. I think this will write. Okay. So here I have triangle PQR. Okay. So this is PQO. This is vanishing. Okay. Highlighter. Okay, no issues. Now I have triangle PQR. Okay, right. So in this, all right. So here in this S is the midpoint of QR. So this is S. Now what is the question? Then triangle PSR, right? So what is this? Triangle PSR is dash. So quickly give me the answer. By then I will look at the pen, which can be done. Okay. This is smart pen. Yeah, let me see. Yes, I got the smart pen. Good. So now what is triangle PSR? All right. So hope the question is clear. Yes. So it is right angle triangle, isn't it? It's very obvious. You can see from the diagram. All right. Now let's move on to the next question. Yeah. Right. So just give me a second. I will quickly erase it. Yes. So this eraser only has to be used. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the next question. Here goes. In a right angle triangle, ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. AB is 1 by P, BC is 1 by Q. Then what is AC? All right. So I'm sure you can give me the answer. Quickly work it out and then give me the answer. Okay. So I repeat the question. In triangle In a right angled triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degree, AB is 1 by Q, AB is 1 by P, BC is 1 by Q, then what is AC? Yes, so what is AC? Right, yes, so I'm getting the answers. So your diagram will be like this. Okay, so A, B, C, where angle B is 90 degree. So here AB is 1 by P, BC is 1 by Q. So what is AC? So how do you find out AC? You can use your Pythagoras theorem and you can get the answers. Isn't it? Yes. Right. So it is root of 1 by P square plus 1 by Q square. Okay. Right. Now let me see how many of you have given me the answers. Right. Let me see. Yeah, I have here Advit. Good Advit, you've given me the answers. Lavanya, Sri Sadhana, Rakshita, Sahasra, Diksha, Durgam, Naushik, Prem Charan, Harshavardhan, Pooja, Manusha, Divya, Indu Priya, Tejashri, Ashok, Lakshmi, Ashwita, Vasant, Saini, Sudiksha, Sweetie, Nazbeen, Amulya. Good. So many of you have given me the right answers. Good students. Now, see, this is how they have done. Like what I told you using the Pythagoras theorem. All right. Now let's move on to the next question. The perimeters of two similar triangles are 30 centimeter and 15 centimeter. If one side of the first triangle is 18 centimeter, then the corresponding side of the second triangle is dash. Right. So I repeat, the perimeters of two similar triangles. Okay. The perimeters of two similar triangles are 30 centimeter and 15 centimeter respectively. If one side of first triangle is 18 centimeter, then the corresponding side of second triangle is dash. Okay, right? Now let's see, your time is running. So don't take more than 1 minute, students. It hardly takes just 1 minute. All right, let's see the answer. It is 9. How? The ratio of perimeters is equal to ratio of corresponding sides. Isn't it? So what is the ratio? It is 30 is to 15. Right? So, all right. So one side is 18, then what is the other? It ratios what is ratio? Always you represent ratios in terms of like A is to B, isn't it? So 30 by 15 is equal to 18 by X. That's it. Find out, cross multiply and find the value of X, which is 9 centimeter. All right. Now see the next question. Here we have a ladder reaches a window of building 15 meter above the ground and distance of foot of ladder from the building is 20 meter. Then the height of the ladder is dash. So quickly look into the sum. Try to make your own diagram, students, so that you can easily understand. All right. So your time is running. So we can just have it like this. Okay. So where let us make this as ABC. So what is AB square? It should be AC square plus BC square. isn't it? So AC square plus BC square, right? So now we know that AC is 15 meter and here BC is 20 meter. Now what is AB square? See, it reaches a window of the building 50 meter above. So from this building, what is the height? It is 15 meter. So that is why the height part we have taken and the distance from the foot of the ladder to the building. So here you can say that this is a ladder, right? So this is a ladder. From the ladder to the foot of the building, it is 20 centimeter. Now they're asking this clear height. So you have to just do 15 square plus 20 square. And if you do the square root of that, you will get AB. So 15 square is 225. 200 square is 400, which oh yeah, sorry students, I think the line got disconnected due to some network issue. I'm just sharing it. Yeah, right. So now you have to find out the square root of 625. All right, that is how we are finding out the answer. All right, let's see, which is 25. Okay, right. See the next question. If the angles of a triangle are in the ratio of 1:2:3, then the ratio of their corresponding side is dash. Okay, see the question. If the angles of a triangle are in the ratio of 1:2:3, then the ratio of their corresponding sides is dash. Right? So here beautifully they have given the explanation. See what is sum of the angles? It is x plus 2 into x plus 3 into x, which is 180. With this you can find out the value of x, which is 30. Right? Now what is tan 60? Tan 60 is like AC by BC, which is root 3. That is 1:3. What is sine 60? Opposite side by hypotenuse. So AC by AB, which is root 3 by 2. That is root 3 is to 2. That is AC is to AB. Therefore, BC is to AC is to AB is nothing but 1:, root 3 is to 2. All right, students? Right. Now let's move on very quickly to the next question. Here we have triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. If AB is equal to 3.6, PQ is 2.4, PR is 5.4, then what is AC? Okay. Easily you can actually find out. See, you have two triangles here. What one is ABC. Okay, write that as ABC. The next one is PQR. Okay. So if AB is 3.6, PQ is 2.4, PR is 5.4. Okay. Next, what is that they are asking? They are asking what is AC. So what is AC? Is it clear? So we can say that 3.6 by x is equal to 2.4 by 5.4. Right? So if you cross multiply, you will get the value of x. Right? So I have given you the hint. Quickly find out the value of x, students, so that we can choose that option. If you cross multiply, you will get the value of x. Right? So you will get it as 8.1. Let's see. It is 8.1. Okay. Now let me see how many of you are giving me the correct answers. So here I have Lavanya, Advit, Indupriya, Sri Sadhana, Rakshita Divya Premcharan, Amulya, Harshavardhan, Sahasra, Diksha, Ashwita, Durgam, Naushik, Pooja, Manusha, Tejashree, Navatej, Lakshmi, Vasanto, Saini, Sudiksha, Nasbeen, Sweetie, Anish, Sanjana, Lavanya, Naushik, Tejashree, Ashok, Supriya, Shrutilaya, no, Shrutasya, Girigula Divya, Nida. Yes, so many of you have given me the correct answers. Good students, so how do you get is same explanation is given in this sum. All right, now let's move on to the next question. If AB is to YZ is equal to BC is to XY, if AB is to YZ is equal to BC is to XY, and that is equal to AC is to XZ, then triangle ABC is similar to dash. Okay, it is nothing but triangle ZYX. Right, see the next question. ABCD is a trapezium with AB parallel to DC. If AC and BD intersect at E and triangle AED and triangle BEC are similar, then what is the condition? AD is AB, AD is BC, AD is DB, AD is AC. All right. So try to understand, we have ABCD as a trapezium. So we can draw this as trapezium, right? Where AB is ABCD, where AB is parallel to DC. If AC and BD intersect at E, okay, so this is that intersection point. Then triangle AED and BEC are similar. Then what? Is it clear? Yes, it is. AD is equal to BC, opposite sides. Clear? Yes. So same diagram they've drawn. All right, now let's move on to the next question. ABC is an isosceles right angle triangle. Angle C is equal to 90 degree. Then what is AB square? Quickly think over it and give me the answer, students. It's very simple, in fact. I'm sure you will be able to give me the correct answers. ABC is an isosceles right angle triangle. Angle C is equal to 90 degree. Then what is AB square? Okay, let's see the answer. It is twice of AC square. You can see here, AC, 2 times of AC square is nothing but AB square, isn't it? Yes. See the next question. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Angle P is equal to 60 degree. Angle Q is equal to 75 degree. Then what is angle A? Is it clear? So triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Angle P is angle Q. Angle P is equal to 60 degree. Angle Q is 75 degree. Then what is angle A? All right, let's see. It is 60. How? Given that triangles ABC and PQ are similar triangles, which means that angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, angle C is equal to angle R. Right? So angle P is equal to 60 degree. Angle A is also equal to 60 degree. Okay. Right. See the next question. This is a beautiful sum. From the below figure, the value of x is equal to dash. Right? So here you can very clearly see A, B, C, D, E. So the value is given as AB is 24, DE is 12, BC is 22, CD is X. Right? So with this, you have to find out the value of X. Take your time, students, but don't take more time. Try to solve this question. Right? So, in triangle ACB, we can say CB by CD. CB by, so you can take triangle ACB and DCE. So since both are similar, isn't it? So ACB is similar to DCE. We can say that CB by CD is equal to BA by ED. So what is CB? 22 by X is equal to what is AB? 24 by 12. If you cross multiply, what is 22 into 12? 264. So 264 is equal to 24x. X is equal to 264 by 24. Okay. So try doing this. What is that you get? 264 divided by 24. So your answer is 11. That's what we are getting. Let's see the answer. Yes, perfect. It is 11. Okay. Right. So I hope you all are giving the, doing the sums. Right. Now let's move on to the next question. In triangle ABC, if triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, angle A is 32, angle R is 65, then what is angle B? You can take 1 minute, students, not more than that, to think over it and give the answers. I repeat the question. If triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, angle A is 32, angle R is 65, then what is angle B? All right, let's see this 83. How? Look at the monitor. Since triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, their corresponding angles are equal. That is, angle A is equal to angle P, which is 32 degrees. Angle R is equal to angle C, which is 65 degrees. So in triangle, angle A plus angle B plus angle C, it is equal to 180 degree. So what is A 32 plus B plus C is 65 is equal to 180 degree. So pushing all the other sides and the left hand side to be B, we get 83 degrees, right? Yes, see the next question. The base of two similar triangles are 24 centimeter and 18 centimeter. If one side of the first triangle is 8 centimeter, then corresponding side of other triangle is dash. Yes, so it is very simple, students. You can see, let ABC and PQR represent two triangles. So beautifully the diagram has been drawn. The two triangles are displayed here. That is triangle ABC and PQR. So in this you can say AC by AB is equal to PR by PQ. So you know the value of AC is 8, AB is 24, then PQ is 18. So you just have to cross multiply to get the value of PR, which is 6. All right. So see, this question has been taken from 2021 question paper. All right. So please make a note of all these questions, students, if you are not getting the answers immediately. All right. So that you can try it again. Right. Now see the next question. The ratio of the corresponding sides of two similar triangles is 5:3. Then the ratios of their areas is dash. It's nothing but A square by B square, which is 5 square by 3 square, which is 25 by 9. All right. Yes. See the next question. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ. Angle C is 90 degree. Angle B is 75 degree. Then what is angle Z? Right. See here. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ. So angle C is 60, B is 75. So angle A is angle X and B is equal to angle Y. angle C is equal to angle Z. So therefore, angle Z is equal to 60 degree. All right. Now see the next question. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR is equal to AC by PR, which is equal to K. Then they're asking what is the value of K. Is K equal to 1? Is K greater than 1? Is K less than 0? Or is K equal to 0? So you can see here, since the triangles are similar and K represents the ratio of length, it can't be 0 or less than 0 because length cannot be negative, isn't it? So K is equal to 1 is possible if triangles are congruent but not similar. Since the triangles are similar by SSS criteria, therefore K is greater than 1. All right? Yes, see the next question. If AD is equal to 2, AC is equal to x minus 1, BE is equal to 6, BC is equal to x plus 2, and AB is similar to DE, then what is the value of x? You can see here, BC by EC is equal to AC by CD. So just put the values. That's it. X plus 2 by x plus 2 minus 6 is equal to x minus 1 by x minus 1 by 2. So finally, you will arrive at an equation. So factorize this equation. You will get the value as 2.5. All right? Yes. The number of elements in a triangle is dash. Is it 3, 4, 6, and 5? And it is 6. Because there are 6 elements in a triangle. There are 3 sides and 3 angles. All right. See the next question. In this figure, if MN is parallel to BC, NC is equal to 18, MB is equal to 24, then what is AM? All right. So the question is actually easy. See here. MN is parallel to BC means AM by MB is equal to AN by NC. Isn't it? So just cross multiply. You will get the value of AM. Fine. And let's move on to the last question of today, since we need to have chemistry session also. The question says, if two triangles have the same base and area, then they lie between. Okay. Then they lie between dash. Is it parallel lines, two straight lines, perpendicular lines, or intersecting lines? Yes. So it is nothing but parallel lines. Yes. Just 3 more slides. So we'll finish off this. So how do you say it is parallel lines? By the theorem. If two triangles have the same base and area, then they lie between parallel lines. All right. So you can see in the next one, in the figure, what is X? And angle A is 55 degree, B is 80, and what is C? So you can see angle C plus ACE is equal to 80 since the supplementary angles are 180. So keeping C as angle C plus angle ACE is equal to 180 degree. Okay. So we get the value as angle ACE is 180 minus 45, which is 135. All right. In the given figure, you can say LM is parallel to AB. AL is equal to x minus 3. AC is 2x. BM is x minus 2. BC is 2x plus 3. So you need to find out the value of x. See here. You can see that BC by BM is equal to AC by AL. AC by AL, right? So when you substitute the values, you get the value as 9. All right, now see here in the figure below, PQ is parallel to BC. If AP is 3, PB is 4, AQ is 4, then what is QC? See, if PQ is parallel to BC, then we say that AP by PB is equal to AQ by QC. Just now we saw this theorem, isn't it? So we get the value as 16 by 3. All right. So one last question after this. Right. So if in two triangles ABC and DEF, AB by D is equal to BC by FE is equal to CA by FD. So then what is the condition that we can say? Triangle FD is similar to triangle CAB, triangle FD is similar to triangle ABC, or triangle BC is similar to triangle FD, or is it none? Right? So here we can say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF, or BC is similar to triangle EFG, or we can also say that CAB is similar to triangle FGE. That is why your option 1 is correct. All right, students. So with this, we stop with mathematics. So we will have chemistry now. So please do work out all the sums that is being discussed in the class. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And chemistry is coming up. So with the same enthusiasm, do attend the chemistry classes also. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to see such a long strength who is interested group of young people. And I'm going to take chemistry for you. And let me share my screen quickly. Just a minute. So to give a quick introduction, myself is Soumya, and I'm going to take chemistry for you. I think my screen is visible for everyone. So in today's class, we will be doing balancing equations probably and another chapter if time permits. So we will be doing the revision session, okay, based upon balancing equations. So before going into the balancing equations, let me give a quick introduction. What is the purpose of doing this balancing equations? Just a kind of quick revision. So we all know the law of conservation of mass, right? What is the law of conservation of mass? Can anyone who is present here in the session today answer, like who is interested to answer at least? What is the law of conservation of mass? Shall I take any students? Like I can see Divya here. Sorry, like Diksha. Will you be able to answer what is the law of conservation of mass? Any student who is interested can unmute yourself and define what is the law of conservation of mass. Yes, Lavanya or Diksha, anyone? That's fine, no problem. So to quickly revise what is meant by law of conservation of mass, we are believing that matter can neither be created nor be destroyed, right? There is no creation of mass nor destroyal of mass. It only changes from one form to another form. So here, each and every element which is present in a chemical reaction has certain is represented with certain quantity or mass, right? So the mass in reactant should always be equal to the mass in product. That is what is the actual application of law of conservation of mass to this equations. So a chemical equation is a symbolic way of representing a chemical reaction by following and respecting the law of conservation of mass. ఒక లా ఆఫ్ కన్సర్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ మాస్ ని రెస్పెక్ట్ చేస్తూ ఒక కెమికల్ ఈక్వేషన్ అనేది సింబాలిక్ గా మనం రిప్రజెంట్ చేయగలిగితే దాన్ని ఒక ప్రాపర్ బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ ఈక్వేషన్ అని అంటాం. లా ఆఫ్ కన్సర్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ మాస్ అంటే ఏంటి? రియాక్టెంట్స్ లో ఎంత మాస్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ రియాక్ట్ అవుతున్నాయో కాంపౌండ్ ఫామ్ అయింది కూడా అంతే మాస్ లో ఉండాలి. దేర్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి ఎనీ మాస్ డిఫరెన్సెస్. సో దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ బి a proper balanced equation. So ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ ని బేస్ చేసుకొని we are moving further. So here we can write some numbers, but we cannot change all the numbers. So ఇక్కడ particular equation మనం చూస్తే like H2 hydrogen అనేది nitrogen తో react అయింది to form ammonia, right? This is ammonia. So when hydrogen and nitrogen is reacting together to form ammonia, here what is the number you cannot change? So here you can see a subscript, right? This is called as subscript. వాట్ డస్ ద సబ్స్క్రిప్ట్ రిప్రజెంట్? ఈ సబ్స్క్రిప్ట్ ఏం రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తుంది అంటే ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఆటమ్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ కమింగ్ టుగెదర్ టు ఫార్మ్ ఏ మాలిక్యూల్. ఇక్కడ ఒక హైడ్రోజన్ మాలిక్యూల్ ఉందనుకోండి. సో ఎన్ని హైడ్రోజన్ ఆటమ్స్ కంబైన్ అయితే హైడ్రోజన్ మాలిక్యూల్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది, ఆ రిప్రజెంటేషన్ ఈ సబ్స్క్రిప్ట్ అనేది చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, ద మెయిన్ పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ సబ్స్క్రిప్ట్ ఇస్ ఇట్ విల్ show how many molecules of an element, sorry, how many atoms of an element come together to form a molecule. So this number in subscript can never be changed. So you cannot change the subscript. You cannot change the subscript. This is one of the important rule while doing balancing equations. So whatever balancing you do should be done by adding some numbers before the molecules, so that the product of the subscript and the number will altogether be equal to the number of reactants, or the number of reactants what we balance will be equal to the number of products. Okay, so ఇది ఎలా వర్కౌట్ చేస్తాం అనేది ఫర్దర్ చూద్దాం. So that is what I have told. Here the number 2 indicates that there are 2 hydrogen atoms and this number 2 should not be changed. So ఎప్పుడు కూడా సబ్స్క్రిప్ట్ అనేది చేంజ్ చేయకూడదు. సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ ని బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేద్దాం. సో వీ కెనాట్ చేంజ్ నెంబర్ 2, N2 అనేది మనం చేంజ్ చేయలేం. కాకపోతే ఇక్కడ రియాక్టెంట్స్ ని చూసి ప్రొడక్ట్స్ చూస్తే దేనికి డిఫరెన్స్ ఉందమ్మా? Reactants lo we have 2 nitrogen atoms. In products we are having only one single nitrogen. So here there is one imbalance. Next thing, in reactants you are having 2 hydrogen molecules, but in product you can see 3 hydrogen molecules. Another imbalance in the atoms. So ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం ఎన్ష్యూర్ చేయాలి? రియాక్టెంట్ లో ఉన్న నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హైడ్రోజన్స్, ప్రొడక్ట్ లో ఉన్న నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హైడ్రోజన్స్ ఈక్వల్ గా ఉండాలి. ఎట్ ద సేమ్ టైం రియాక్టెంట్ లో ఉన్న నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ నైట్రోజన్స్, ప్రొడక్ట్ లో ఉన్న నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ నైట్రోజన్స్ ఈక్వల్ గా ఉండాలి. అంటే దెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఎ ప్రాపర్ బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ ఈక్వేషన్. సో నేను దీన్ని ఎలా బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయగలను? మనకి ఇక్కడ క్లియర్ ఎవిడెంట్ గా కనిపించేది నైట్రోజన్. 2 molecules of nitrogen, sorry, 2 atoms of nitrogen should definitely be there in the product side also, because reactant is having 2 atoms of nitrogen. So ఇక్కడ నేను whole అమోనియాకి into 2 multiply చేశాను అనుకుందాం. If I am multiplying the whole ammonia with number 2, now nitrogen quotient is matching for me. The number of nitrogens in the reactant is equal to the number of nitrogens in the product. ఇప్పుడు ఏది డిఫరెన్స్ వచ్చింది? 2 into 3 is how much? So there are 6 hydrogens. 6 hydrogens ఉన్నాయి product లో. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఎన్ని హైడ్రోజన్స్ ఉన్నాయమ్మా? ఓన్లీ 2 hydrogens ఉన్నాయి. సో దీన్ని బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయాలంటే ఎంత నెంబర్తో మల్టిప్లై చేయాలి? I have to multiply with number 3. So 3 2s are 6. This is a perfect balanced equation. Let us see. See, similarly, we cannot, if you see, we did not change the number 3 in ammonia. At the same time, we did not change number 2 in nitrogen, and we did not change number 2 in hydrogen. But just by adding the numbers in front of the molecule, we have balanced the equation. So, ఇక్కడ మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే what is the total how to balance the equation? 3 2s are 6. So if you are multiplying the number with number of atoms which are present, 3 2s are 6. So total 6 hydrogens are there in the reactants. If I am multiplying ammonia with 2, then there are 2 nitrogen atoms in the reactants. At the same time 2 nitrogens in the product, as well as 6 hydrogens in the product. So ఇక్కడ మొత్తం టోటల్ గా నాకు మ్యాచ్ అవుతుంది కదా. Both the reactants and the products are also matching. That is how I can balance the equation. Okay. So ఇక్కడ number of atoms లో ఎలాగ whatever we have discussed now, it is given in a systematic representation over here. Let us try to understand what is given. So here, if we are counting the number of atoms in the reactants, NH3 is having 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms. So 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms. Same way, if it is 2 NH3, then what does it mean? There are 2 sets, 1 nitrogen, 3 hydrogens, ఇక్కడ ఒక సెట్ ఉంది, and 1 nitrogen, 3 hydrogens, ఇక్కడ ఒక సెట్ ఉంది. సో టోటల్గా ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి? 2 nitrogen atoms ఉన్నాయి, 6 hydrogen atoms ఉన్నాయి. సో ఇప్పుడు బ్యాలెన్స్ అవ్వనిది ఏంటి? We have to balance the hydrogens which are present in the reactants. So now let us see how we will balance the equation. So you cannot change the number of molecules on the both sides. To make the number of each type of atoms equal on both sides, we have to count the number of atoms on both sides. First of all, number of atoms ఎంత ఉన్నాయి reactants లో, products లో ఎంత ఉన్నాయి అనేది మనం ఈక్వల్ గా కౌంట్ చేసుకొని అప్పుడు మనం ఏదైతే స్కేర్సిటీ ఉందో దాన్ని we will be mentioning with by the numbers. So if you are counting, there are 2 nitrogens on the reactant side, and now if you are adding 2 nitrogens on the product side. If you are counting hydrogens, only 2 hydrogens are there on the reactant side and 6 hydrogens are there on the product side. ఎలాగ 6 వచ్చింది? ఎప్పుడైనా కూడా ఈ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఆటమ్స్ ని హోల్ నెంబర్తో, అంటే మనం ఏదైతే మాలిక్యూల్ ముందర పెట్టామో ఆ నెంబర్తో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఆటమ్ అనేది మనకు తెలుస్తుంది. సో 6 ఆటమ్స్ ఆఫ్ హైడ్రోజన్ ఉన్నాయి. సో we have to make reactants also 6. Reactant 6 ఎలా చేస్తాం? If we are multiplying 3 with 2, then 3 2s are 6. So 6 hydrogens will be on the reactant side and 6 hydrogens will be on the product side. ఇదే కదా మనం ఫస్ట్ రాసిన ఈక్వేషన్. So 3H2 plus N2 gives rise to 2NH3. This is the concept, how to balance an equation. Now we will try to balance this equation, the second one. So always remember, you can change the you can change the number of the molecules, but you cannot change the number of atoms. అంటే ఈ సబ్స్క్రిప్ట్ ని మీరు చేంజ్ చేయలేరు, బట్ ఎన్ని మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఉన్నాయనేది మీరు చేంజ్ చేయొచ్చు బై యాడింగ్ ఏ నెంబర్ బిఫోర్ ద మాలిక్యూల్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద రూల్ టు మేక్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఈచ్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఆటమ్స్ ఈక్వల్ ఆన్ ద బోత్ సైడ్స్. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేద్దాం? ఆక్సిజన్స్ ని కౌంట్ చేద్దాం. రెండు వైపులా ఉన్న ఆక్సిజన్స్. ఇక్కడ ఎన్ని ఆక్సిజన్ ఆటమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి? ఆన్ ద రియాక్టెంట్ సైడ్, in the reactant side you are having 2 oxygens. In product side you are having only 1 oxygen. That is an imbalance. Okay, so how to make that balanced? By adding 2 on the product side. Product side lo manam 2 add cheste emaindi, oxygens అనేవి balance అయ్యాయి. Because oxygen is not showing any number here, it means we have to multiply with 1. So 2 into 1 is 2. So oxygen is balanced now. Next, we have to take another atom. Next atom is hydrogen. So now let us see how many hydrogen atoms are there on the both sides. On the reactant side, we are having only 2 hydrogen atoms. On product side, 2 into 2, that is 4 hydrogen atoms are there. Now how we have to balance? If we are putting 2 in front of the hydrogen molecule in the reactants, then if you are multiplying 2 into 2, this will also become 4. So now this is the changed number. So H is equal to 4. So if there are 4, that is 2H2, that is 2 hydrogen molecules in the reactants, then the number of hydrogens will be equal to the number of hydrogens in the product. So the golden rule is you have to make sure that the number of reactants in the products and the as well as the reactants should be same. Number of molecules should be same in the products and the reactants. Now this is the next equation. C plus S8 gives rise to CS2. So the rule is we can change the number of molecules on the both sides to make the number of each type of atoms equal on the both sides. So ఎలా కౌంట్ చేస్తాం? First of all, sulfur molecules ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి అనేది కౌంట్ చేద్దాం. On product side, how many molecules are there? Actually 2 molecules are only there. Just don't consider this one. 2 molecules are there on the product side. So reactant side ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయమ్మా? 8 molecules ఉన్నాయి. So if I put 4 over here, what happens? Then this will be correct. So the number of sulfur in the product side will also change as 8 just by multiplying with 4. So now we will go to the next atom. Now we will count the carbon atoms on the both sides. Carbon atoms ఇప్పుడు product side ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయమ్మా? There are 4 carbon atoms on the product side. This is the product and this is the reactant side. So number of carbons 4 ఉన్నాయి product side లో. So carbons 1 ఉన్నాయి reactant side లో. So దీన్ని మనం ఈక్వల్ చేయాలంటే 4 తో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే ఏమైంది? If you are multiplying with 4, then the carbons will be 4 on either sides, right? It is balanced equation now. Okay. So balancing అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ అందరికీ అర్థమైంది కదా? So any doubts regarding these balancing equations? Before going to the questions, I will give you a quick స్టెప్స్. మీరు ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ సాల్వ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఈజీగా ఎలా సాల్వ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అనేది ఒక టిప్ ఇస్తాను ఫర్ బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ ద ఈక్వేషన్స్. ఎప్పుడైనా కూడా ఈవెన్ ఎంత పెద్ద రియాక్షన్ వచ్చినా కూడా ఈ టిప్ ఆర్ సీక్వెన్స్ని మీరు ఫాలో అయితే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈజీ ఫర్ యూ టు ఆన్సర్. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్, వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ ఫైండ్ అన్ అన్బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ ఈక్వేషన్, count the atoms on each side. సో బోత్ సైడ్స్ కూడా ఎన్ని ఆటమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి అనేది ఫస్ట్ కౌంట్ చేయండి. కౌంట్ చేసిన తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి? బ్యాలెన్స్ ద మెటల్ అయాన్స్ ఫస్ట్. బ్యాలెన్స్ మెటల్స్ ఫస్ట్. మెటల్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఆల్కలీ ఎర్త్ మెటల్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, సోడియం కానీ like calcium or all the alkaline earth metals. So you have to balance the metals first. Metals ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో అవి బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయండి. తర్వాత ట్రై టు బ్యాలెన్స్ ద నాన్ మెటల్స్. సో ఆటమ్ బై ఆటమ్ మనం ఎలా చెక్ లిస్ట్ చేసుకోవాలనేది ఇది ఒక చిన్న సీక్వెన్స్ అన్నమాట. నాన్ మెటల్, ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఇచ్చిన రియాక్షన్లో మెటల్ లేదు, నాన్ మెటల్ లేదు. అప్పుడు థర్డ్ చెక్ లిస్ట్ ఏంటంటే బ్యాలెన్స్ హైడ్రోజన్స్ అండ్ ఆక్సిజన్స్. బ్యాలెన్స్ హైడ్రోజన్స్ అండ్ ఆక్సిజన్స్. ఆఫ్టర్ డూయింగ్ ఆల్ దీస్, అంటే మనం చెక్ లిస్ట్ అనమాట ఇది. సపోజ్ మీకు ఒక అన్నోన్ ఈక్వేషన్ ఇచ్చారు, ఈ ఈక్వేషన్లో బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయమన్నారు. ఫస్ట్ మెటల్స్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా చెక్ చేసుకుంటారు. ఉంటే మెటల్స్ని ఫస్ట్ బ్యాలెన్స్ చేస్తారు, లేదంటే దెన్ యూ విల్ గో ఫర్ ద నాన్ మెటల్స్. నాన్ మెటల్స్ని బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయడం స్టార్ట్ చేస్తారు. నాన్ మెటల్స్ ఉంటే బ్యాలెన్స్ చేస్తారు, లేదంటే యూ విల్ గో టు హైడ్రోజన్ అండ్ ఆక్సిజన్. సో హైడ్రోజన్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి, ఆక్సిజన్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయో చూసుకొని బ్యాలెన్స్ చేస్తారు. వన్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ కంప్లీటెడ్ దిస్ చెక్ లిస్ట్, దెన్ ఫైనల్లీ యూ విల్ రీచెక్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ atoms on either side. సో రియాక్టెంట్ సైడ్ ఎన్ని ఆటమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ప్రొడక్ట్ సైడ్ ఎన్ని ఆటమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి అనేది మీరు రీచెక్ చేసుకుంటారనమాట. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద సీక్వెన్స్ ఆఫ్ బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ ద ఈక్వేషన్స్. సో ఎనీ డౌట్ రిగార్డింగ్ ద హింట్ విచ్ ఇస్ గివెన్ ఆర్ ద మెథడ్ హౌ టు సాల్వ్ బిఫోర్ గోయింగ్ టు ద క్వశ్చనింగ్? ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా ఎవరికైనా? We will do the doubt session at the ending, but if you have any important query which is disturbing you, you can put in the chat box for me. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for the people who are mentioning that they have understood. So now let us go further for the questioning. Okay. So here is the first question. So a balanced equation contains what? First one, equal number of mole of reactants and products, equal number of molecules of reactants and products, equal number of atoms of different elements on reactant side and product side, and all the above. Which is the right option? Any guesses? Who will give me the right answer now? So people who are ready with the answer, please write the option. Second option, Lavanya is telling it is option 2. Remaining people? Diksha, Sudiksha, option 4. Someone has mentioned option 4. So ఇందాకలా మనం డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్న దాంట్లో we have checked for atoms or molecules. ఏం చెక్ చేసుకున్నాం ఎదర్ సైడ్ లో? రియాక్టెంట్స్ వైపు, ప్రొడక్ట్స్ వైపు ఏం చెక్ చేసుకున్నాం? ఆటమ్స్ చెక్ చేసుకున్నామా, మాలిక్యూల్స్ చెక్ చేసుకున్నామా? కెన్ ఎనీవన్ ఆన్సర్? What we are checking? We are checking whether the atoms are balanced or the molecules are balanced. Divya has given answer as 3. So the option is 3. We are checking the number of atoms on either side. Your previous మనం ఒక రియాక్షన్ చూసాం, లైక్ I'll tell you an example. Just a minute. Zn plus HCl gives rise to ZnCl2 plus H2. If suppose this equation is there, you want to balance the number of, like balance the equation. So what I have told you, the rule, first of all, I have to check for some metals. If metals are balanced, then I have to go for non-metals. If non-metals are also balanced, then I have to go for hydrogens. This was the rule which I have told you. No? If I see zinc, on either side, zinc is balanced. There is one here, one here. I am checking for atom here or the molecule. I am checking for the zinc atom, whether the number of atoms are balanced on either side. Next, if these both are balanced, then I'll go for chlorine because chlorine is a non-metal. So chlorine లో ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి chlorines ఇక్కడ ప్రొడక్ట్ సైడ్ 2 chlorines ఉన్నాయి. రియాక్టెంట్స్ లో ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి ఓన్లీ 1 chlorine ఉంది. సో నేను ఇక్కడ 2 యాడ్ చేశాను అనుకోండి 2 HCl. అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ నాకు క్లోరిన్ అనేది మ్యాచ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇక్కడ హైడ్రోజన్స్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి ప్రొడక్ట్ సైడ్ లో ఆల్రెడీ 2 హైడ్రోజన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఈజ్ ఇట్ బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ ద ఈక్వేషన్ నౌ? Zinc is 1 1 on both sides, hydrogen is 2 2 on both sides, and chlorine is also 2 2 on both sides. So this is a balanced equation. So if you are observing this equation, what are we checking for? We are checking for the number of atoms on either side or the molecules. If ఈ ZnCl2 మొత్తాన్ని కలిపి మాలిక్యూల్ అంటాం, కానీ మనం ఇండివిజువల్గా ఒక్కొక్క యాటమ్ని చెక్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం కదా, టోటల్ మాలిక్యూల్ని చెక్ చేయట్లేదు కదా. So option 3 is correct. So those who did not understand, please try to understand the concept now. I think it is clear for everyone. So number of atoms are balanced, okay, not the molecules. So once you are balancing the atoms, obviously the total equation will be balanced. That means the molecules in the reactants, molecules in the products, everything will be balanced once you try to balance the atoms in the question. So now let us go to the next question. Which of the following is true about balanced equation? So let us see the options. It is balanced by trial and error method. Trial and error method అంటే ఏంటి? ర్యాండమ్గా ఒక ఆప్షన్ని పిక్ చేసుకుంటాం, అది రైట్ అయితే రైట్, లేదంటే ఇంకొక ఆప్షన్కి వెళ్తాం. దిస్ ఇస్ అ టైం వేస్ట్ ప్రాసెస్ కదా. సో దట్ ఈస్ అ ట్రయల్ అండ్ ఎర్రర్ మెథడ్. సెకండ్ వన్, ఇట్ గివ్స్ ద రేషియో ఆఫ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఆఫ్ రియాక్టెంట్స్ అండ్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్. సో ఎన్ని నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఎన్ని ప్రొడక్ట్స్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి అనేది రేషియో బట్టి బ్యాలెన్స్ చేస్తామా, లేదా మోలార్ రేషియో ఆఫ్ రియాక్టెంట్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ ఇస్తుందా, లేదా ఆల్ ఆఫ్ ది అబోవ్. ఇందులో ఏది చెప్తుంది బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ ఈక్వేషన్ అనేది? Let us see the answers. Whoever has answered, I can see Nida, Varshita, Manisha. Most of them are telling option 1. Option 2 by, who is this? Vasant. Option 4. I think I have got a mixed answer. Let us see the right answer. Option 4 is correct. Okay. So what is true about a balanced equation? We can balance it by trial and error method. That is what we are doing, no? So first ఒక atom ని బ్యాలెన్స్ చేస్తున్నాము, అది వర్కౌట్ అవ్వకపోతే ఇంకొక దాని నెంబర్ని బట్టి బ్యాలెన్స్ చేస్తాం. సో వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ సిరీస్ ఆఫ్ ట్రయల్స్ అండ్ ఎర్రర్స్. It will give the ratio of number of molecules of the reactant and product. So products లో ఎంత ఉన్నాయి, ఎన్ని molecules ఉన్నాయి, reactants లో ఎన్ని molecules ఉన్నాయి అనే రేషియోని కూడా మనకి క్లియర్గా బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ ఈక్వేషన్ అనేది మెన్షన్ చేస్తుంది. మోలార్ రేషియో ఆఫ్ రియాక్టెంట్స్ అండ్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్. సో రియాక్టెంట్స్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి, 2 ప్రొడక్ట్స్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి. అంటే సపోజ్ ఒక రియాక్షన్ ఉంది, అందులో 2 మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఆఫ్ రియాక్టెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, 2 మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ని ఇచ్చింది, అప్పుడు ఇట్స్ ఎ బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ రేషియో. సో దట్ రేషియో కెన్ ఆల్సో బి depicted from the balanced equation. Okay, is that clear? So all the people who has answered, Manisha, Sweetie, Indupriya, good for your participation, but keen observation is required so that you will get the concept more in detail. Okay, now let us see the next question. XH2 plus YO2 ZH2O. ఇక్కడ XYZ అనేవి నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ది మాలిక్యూల్స్. ఓకే, సో ఏ వాల్యూస్ని మనం పెడితే ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ బ్యాలెన్స్ అవుతుంది? సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద క్వశ్చన్. సో విచ్ వాల్యూస్ ఆఫ్ XYZ you have to select to balance this equation? That is the question. So let us see who will answer first. I'll take the first possible answer. ఫస్ట్ ఎవరు ఆన్సర్ చేశారో వాళ్ళ తీసుకుంటాను. Varshita has mentioned it is option 2. Any more answers? Harshavardhan also mentioned it is option 2. Divya also option 2. Naushik option 1. Sudiksha option 2. So majority are telling it is option 2. Yes, that is correct. So if you rewrite the equation, first of all, you have to check for the number of hydrogens. So you are having 2 hydrogens here. So if I put 2 over the reactant side, then it is balanced, no? 2H2. Then if you are seeing, once you have put 2 hydrogens here, the oxygen quantity in the product will become 2. So if I do not write any value in the Y, that means if it is remained as 1 itself, then the number of oxygens will be balanced. So Y will be equal to 1. 1 O2 అని మనం mention చేయం. Okay. So whenever we are not mentioning any of the number, that means it is 1. ఒకటే molecule ఉన్నప్పుడు we need not mention the number of the molecule. So it is 1 definitely. So 1 O2 and reactant product ఏమవుతుంది 2H2O. Okay, so now here there are 4 hydrogens on the product side and 4 hydrogens on the reactant side. 2 oxygens on the reactant side and 2 oxygens on the product side. So this is a perfect balanced equation. So people who have answered it is 2 are absolutely correct. So that is about the balanced equations. So before going to the next topic, I want to give 2 more equations for balancing from my side because I want you to be perfect in this topic. Let me give you another equation. CaCO3 upon CaO plus CO. So this is the question. So what will be my answer? CaCO3 upon reaction gives CaO plus CO. Which side should I balance? The product side or the reactant side? Any answers? 2CO. Why 2CO? Here 3 oxygens are there. What is the deficit first of all? మీరు అన్ని అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఇక్కడ ఒక కార్బన్ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ ఒక కార్బన్ ఉంది, రెండు బ్యాలెన్స్డ్. ఇక్కడ ఒక కాల్షియం ఉంది, ఇక్కడ ఒక కాల్షియం ఉంది, రెండు బ్యాలెన్స్ గా ఉన్నాయి. ఆక్సిజన్ ఒకటే డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంది. హియర్ దేర్ ఇస్ 2 oxygens. Here there is 1 oxygen, 1 oxygen, 2 oxygens on the product side and 3 oxygens on the reactant side. So ఇప్పుడు నేను 2CO పెట్టాను అనుకుందాం. Suppose as she has mentioned, if I put 2CO, now what is happening? How many oxygens it have become now? 3 oxygens here and 3 oxygens here. Okay, but carbons imbalance అయ్యాయి కదా. ఇక్కడ 2 carbons ఉన్నాయి, ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ 1 సింగిల్ కార్బన్ ఉంది. సో నేను ఇక్కడ 2 మెన్షన్ చేశాను అనుకుందాం. So I have mentioned 2 here. Now what is the total number of oxygens? 2 3s are 6 oxygens. But here only how many oxygens are there? 2 plus 1. 3 oxygens are only there. Right? So it is not balancing. How we will balance this equation? Anyone who is confident? Any more answers? Two CaCO3, 2 CaO. Okay, that is what I have put. 2 CaCO3 and 2 CaO. Okay, if it is 2 CaO, then calciums are matching. Carbon is matching. Oxygens are 6 here. Here 2 oxygens and here 2 oxygens. Only 4 oxygens are there. Oxygens are not balanced, no? So actually here the reaction itself is 2 CaCO3 gives rise to 2 CaO plus 2 CO2. This is the actual equation. If it is like this, it is balancing. You just see. 2 calciums are there on both the reactant side and product side. Two carbons are there, both reactant side and product side. Now, how many carbon, sorry, how many oxygens are there now? Here, four oxygens, two. Total six oxygens are there. Here, six oxygens. Now it is a balanced equation. 2CaCO3 gives rise to 2CaO plus 2CO2. This is the right equation. Next, if we do another equation, aluminium plus oxygen gives rise to Al2O3. Now try this equation. Al plus O2 gives rise to Al2O3. Any answers? So we will go step by step. Here two aluminium are there. Because we have to balance metals first, we'll go with aluminium. So I have to balance it by adding 2 on the reactant side, right? On the reactant side also I have to add 2. Then how many number of oxygens are there here? 3 oxygens are there. So if 3 oxygens are there here only 2 oxygens are there. Commonly, how I can make them equal? If I multiply the whole by 2, then it will be 6 atoms of oxygen here. This aluminium will become 4 because 2 twos are 4. So if I put 3 over here, 3 twos are 6. So 2 threes are 6, 6 oxygens and 4 aluminium. Here also 6 oxygens and 4 aluminium. This is how I can balance the equation. So let us see who have answered right. Sudiksha. Yes, you are right. Sudiksha has answered it right. Okay, thank you so much. People who have who has actively participated and answered is absolutely correct. Sir, shall we continue with the next topic or what is the time criteria? Just for clarity. So any more doubts regarding the balancing equations, everyone? Smriti ma'am, shall I continue the class or what is the time constraint?